All right, so welcome again. And I have the honor of presenting Andre Lassiter. He's a designing and implementing AI and business automation solution as a speaker. I'm excited because Andre is, he presents himself as someone who likes to solve problems, right? You have a problem, I can solve it, okay? And he's kind of a specialist on the AI automation, and he has a lot of, let's say, he has this history with companies, which he helps a lot with conversations, especially in the designing and implementing AI, all right? And he has a lot to share. He has a great presentation for you guys. So I'm really excited to have him here. I don't want to take much of his time. I really promised him that from 6:15 to 6:20, I'm going to give him the floor. So there you go, Mr. Andre. Welcome and thank you so much. I really cannot wait.
Awesome. Thank you for that warm introduction, Nelu. I appreciate it. And hopefully I can live up to that introduction, right? So definitely a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, Nelu and Rick, for having me. And I do not take it lightly, the fact that you guys allow me to grace your stage. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to share my screen before I forget that. And I know we've done a roll call and seeing where several people are from, and people are consistently joining all throughout. So I am going to put something in the chat really quickly. I'd like to hear from everyone. It's a quick link, and just a spoiler alert, if everyone sees that link in the chat, whether it be now or whenever, there is a freebie associated with that link. So when you fill out that quick form, you do get a freebie, which we'll cover at the end if you stick around that long. But if not, go ahead and fill out that form and get your freebie now. So with that being said, today we're going to chat about the AI-powered Agile Enthusiast, practical ways to use AI in your job. All right, let's see. So today I am your speaker. Meet me, Andre Lassiter. My first time here. I appreciate it. So my company is Managed System Services and Solutions. So with all that being said, it's a mouthful. We go by MS3IT. The 3 S's there. And what we do, as Nelu mentioned, we are an AI automation company. We do a little bit of everything. So we have AI and automation, but we were founded as a managed service provider. So we do lots of IT work as well, right? So anything from security to being able to turn up new lines, whatever the case may be, we can do it. We can knock it out. And we have several clients across, various states. And yeah, so we enjoy that space. But as Nelu said, we definitely enjoy solving problems, right? So, and speaking of problems, I like to not just be heard. I like to interact, right? When doing presentations, I don't want everyone just watching me and waiting for me to move. So I want some crowd participation, if that's okay. I know everyone, and I appreciate you joining after work. I truly do. So with that being said, if you're not able to join on camera, no worries. But if you are, I'd love to see you. Love to see those smiling faces, right? So if I can get one volunteer to come off mute, and if they can tell me, what does the acronym AI stand for? Don't everybody rush all at once. I see
artificial intelligence.
Yeah, artificial intelligence.
Indeed. Good stuff. All right. So I've assumed everybody knows that, right? If you didn't, you're probably in the wrong place, but no worries. So does anyone know when AI was born? Any guesses?
Let me ask ChatGPT 1 second.
Let's say the 70s.
Well,
I'll say in the 70s.
60s, 70s. Okay. Well, 56. Okay, Rich. I see you guys. All right. So we got a few guesses in there. We got some ChatGPT answers. I see 54, 2005. Not OpenAI now, not ChatGPT, AI in general, right? So let's see. So ready for the grand reveal? We're going to come up with that answer right now. 1975. Oh, not quite. This was a reference to one of my favorite basketball players. I love basketball. So AI, Allen Iverson, is what he went by. It's a little bit of a joke there, but actually AI, as you can see here, was born in the 1950s, right? Machine learning and just teaching. Originally, the story that I heard anyway was the first AI was teaching how to play checkers unassisted, right? So it learned the game and learned how to play checkers. And here's a brief timeline of where we are up until almost today, 22. Chat GPT, hard to say sometimes, was available to the public. GPT-3 was available in 2020. Not a lot of people knew that. Not a lot of people knew about it. And I know that, there we are. Let's see. I'm looking in the chat now. I see Rich. I'll shout you out really quick. So we've got, per Google, 56 in Dartmouth. All right. Good stuff. Yeah. So this is just a brief history of AI to the point where we are right now, right? And I know everyone's tuning in to see where we use AI from an agile perspective, but we can talk about how it's used overall. If I can have some people just come off mute and tell me, how are a few places that you're using AI currently to make your life better or make it easier?
Banking industry.
It's a good one. How so?
I can't tell you that. I don't know. That's a different department in my company, but we are, they are moving into, well, they have moved into AI. I just don't know in what capacity. That's the team I'm trying to transition to.
Awesome. No, good
Yes.
to know. And I'm also curious when you say banking, right? Because AI in regulated industries is a little bit different. As I'm sure, most people on the call know, banking is a regulated industry and you have to be careful about what data goes out. So I will drop this disclaimer for ChatGPT, Claude, any of the AI sources that people tend to use on a regular basis. That data, once you put it in, is public knowledge. More and more people are starting to realize that. So it's used to train those models, right? And if you are inputting your company's data in, you're now exposing your company's data to the world. So just as a forewarning, if you do not want your company's data out there, please do not enter it into ChatGPT, the standalone version, the consumer version. Please do not enter it into Claude, Google Bard, or some of the popular AI tools, right? Because that helps to train the model. It's great for what it does, but any proprietary information, keep it off there, please. How about anyone else? So we got the banking industry. Anybody else care to share, how they're currently using AI?
Yeah, I mean, we see artificial intelligence, I think, in driving cars, right? In GPSs, how GPSs are improving. They're more accurate, telling you how long it's going to take as it learns, right? Depending on the amount of data that it's gotten.
Indeed. No, indeed, for sure. It's improving and learning all the time and getting better and better, faster and faster, down to, quantum coming up, which is the next step, right? I don't know how many are familiar with that, but there's a nugget that is going to take things to the to the next level if they're not already there, right? So definitely cars, GPS, and I'll take one more person. I'd love to hear from one more person. This time, I don't want to necessarily hear about the company, but more of a personal approach. How are you using it personally? Or if anyone's using it in their job.
It's actually very good at writing user stories.
Good stuff, Jose.
So I usually give the details of what I need, and it drafts the story for me. It saves me a lot of time.
Indeed. No, I love that. On average, would you say, how long did you typically spend on a user story before AI?
Probably about 15 minutes.
Oh,
make that I have, all the acceptance criteria and everything that, I need for the developers to know. And now with AI, it does it in about 2 or 3.
Indeed. So,
and all I have to actually do is edit the acceptance criteria, because it does a really good job at making the assumptions of what I need
Mhm.
It turns into a literal conversation. I'll tell it, no, not this, that, this. I'll give it corrections. It's like literally having an assistant, and you're telling your assistant how it's supposed to write the story, what you need for it to have in the story, and at the end, it writes very good stories.
For sure. For sure. Definitely love that use case. All about it. And, you know, I think that's going to be helpful for quite a few people on the call. You know, what I will say, and I'll keep reiterating back again, is definitely do not put proprietary information in there. But
no, I don't put anything proprietary in there. That is a very good warning that you gave. Definitely nothing that I wouldn't want that ChatGPT to know. In other words. But fortunately, I don't have anything proprietary in my story, so I'm not concerned about that. The world is more than welcome to know what I'm writing stories about.
Awesome. Good stuff. Let's see. I see a few more people entering in, and what we'll do is, for those that have just come in, I'm going to drop that registration link again for the free giveaway that we have for you guys. And I'll let the cat out of the bag now that more people have joined, right? So we've got about 32 in right now. So if you haven't clicked on the link already, it's just a quick form asking for your name, your email, so on and so forth. But long story short, it's going to send you 500 plus prompts for across several different industries that you can use for ChatGPT or your favorite, Bing, Claude, whatever you like, right? Some of those are specific to different industries, and they may help you in work, in personal life. If you guys do any business for yourself, they'll definitely help you there. So yeah, just please take a look at those. I think you will all enjoy them, down to recipes, right? With that, part of interacting with the AI is like I said, knowing how to interact with it, right? So most people, there are several different ways to interact with it, but as Jose said, the best way to get results is going to be to interact with it as you're having a conversation. You have to give it details. The more detail you give it, not proprietary, we'll say that again, the better results you'll get out of it, right? And you can continue to hone. Oh, good stuff. Amazon and Google Assistant. Yes, definitely. Everything in my house is Google Assistant ready. And I am a Android guy, so it all links in my entire house, all smart switches, smart bulbs, you name it. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so yeah, just having that conversation with the AI, right? So for those that are newcomers and don't really play around with that world, I'm going to provide several tools throughout the presentation specific to niches. But yeah, definitely sign up for ChatGPT. If you want 3.5, it's just fine, the free version. But there's a lot that you can do with 4 that we're doing with the API on the back end and all that good stuff for all of our developers in here and programming gurus and those who like to tinker as well. So from a business use case and personal use case, we've got some pretty cool stuff going on. So I'll start to proceed from here. We've got leveraging AI in Agile for workflows. This presentation will cover some of the powerful synergies that arise from combining Agile and AI methodologies, and provides an overview for the various areas where AI can enhance Agile workflow. Saying all that to say, we're going to look at how Agile and AI can be used together to make your lives easier and better, and going to give away some tools as well to help you with that. All right. So if any of you guys are roughly my age, I'm 42. I'm old. I know. Yeah, if any of you guys are roughly my age, a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger, you do remember the early 2000s very well, right? Y2K, all that good stuff. And in the early 2000s, could I get maybe a show of hands? Well, actually, not a show of hands. Drop a 1 in the chat if you remember the basic days. Hilda pleads the 5th. They loose heads 31. You remember the early 2000s? I see it. Danny, okay. Elizabeth, Yes, oh, an assembler. Okay, okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Daniel's in there. All right. All right. Chuck, you're old. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Cobalt. You got the punch cards going there. Oh man. Good stuff. Good stuff. So just checking out the chat. Loving it. Loving it. Loving the energy, guys. Let's see. Got a one in there. You still have some punch cards. You got to send me a picture. So just as an FYI, if you guys are joining on your phones, you can't click the QR code, but if you're joining from your computer, you can scan my QR code. Connect with me on LinkedIn, please. I'd love to hear from you. But I got to get a picture of those punch cards. So let's see. Oh, man. Oh, Cobalt and Fortran. Yes, yes, yes. Good stuff. So back in the early 2000s, right, there are some basic analytics that were, we thought we were popping, we thought things were going great, right? But not so much compared to today's world. I remember, being in college, late college in the early 2000s and checking out a laptop. I remember my first desktop. I remember, for me, elementary school, or the Apple IIes, right? And look where we've come from there. I actually, to tell a little bit of a story, I actually learned how to type. This is kind of embarrassing. My junior year in high school, right? So before that, I didn't have a computer myself. So, I started a little late in the game, but hey, we're here now. We're all here now. So, but yeah, just saying that, tools that were used back then, they've come a long way. Now we've got tools like Jira Align, Apple Tools and such. And if you haven't heard of these tools, no worries. What I like to do is give this presentation out, and it's going to have some clickable links for everything that I discuss in it. If that's possible, Nelu, I don't know if it is, but if not, no worries. Gotcha. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. So we've got, several use cases, right? Sprint forecasting, automated testing, code analysis, deeper AI learning and integration is coming forward. So now we're going to talk about AI for Scrum Masters. Let's see. Give me just one sec. All right. AI for Scrum Masters. We've got, let me see a 2 in the chat if we've got any Scrum Masters in the house. I think I heard one earlier. All right. All right. All right. All right. I see a few. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Loving the participation. So, in training. There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff. So now I know I've got an audience to speak to. So AI for Scrum Masters, right? We're going to actually, if you guys want to come off mute and tell me right now if you're using any AI currently in your positions. Nobody?
No, but I'm desperate to help me with a lot of stuff that I'm thinking that I go through every day.
Yeah, no worries, Leo. It's so I'm just gonna drop a couple of tools here, right? So we've got, Jira Align, which is not Jira that everyone knows, right? So as well as Target Process. So I'll bring on my screen. We're in a screenshot culture, right? So what I'm gonna do is just drop these tools so everyone can get a quick screenshot and an overview of what they are. Right, so this is Jira Align. Feel free to reference these later. As I said, we'll give out this presentation so that everyone can click on these links and play around. But it gives you, some real-time visibility, align with every team strategy, as it says here, and, optimize for customer value. And you can watch the demo definitely on your own time. But long story short, these are some tools that the Scrum Masters would be able to take advantage of and use, in your day-to-day. There we go. And we've got Target Process as well. This was another one. We've got a free trial. And I know that, it's not necessarily feasible for some of these, but they do offer free trials, right? And you can look at demos. So if you're in a position to make some decisions, or even propose some decisions for tools that will be helpful for your job. This was my purpose of bringing all these tools in so that you can be exposed to what's out there, you know, enterprise level and down, right? So just scrolling through, you know, do you find that these tools may be helpful with what you do? I know you don't know a ton about them right now, but yeah, I think that there's some good ROI for each of these and some good use cases. So let's see. Just one sec. So we'll talk a little bit about, you know, what AI can do for Scrum Masters. You know, herding cats and pushing people through sprints and that sort of thing. So you know, a little background about myself. I wasn't a Scrum Master, but I was a program manager for PCI for Comcast. Well, for SecureWorks actually, but my contract was Comcast, running that program. So I am familiar with that world and understanding what goes on there. AI algorithms can optimize duration and resources allocation, you know, backlog prioritization, which is a huge one because everyone has a backlog, it seems, right? So just prioritizing that, AI can help with that, right? So I like to view AI as a helpful assistant, like you said before. It is, in some use cases, it can be an end all be all, but in most right now, it's fresh, the type of AI that we have. So it is a helpful assistant, but you do need to double check and verify and fact check your data and what you're getting. Please, please, please do not just take it for face value. Funny story, I don't know if anyone keeps up with the news that heard about, yes, let's see, government project. So the environment is extremely restrictive. Yes, indeed. And they're going to be, I'm not sure if you've seen the government sector, you know, obviously you can't just use the standard chat GPT off the street, right? But with that being said, there are restrictive versions and versions of AI with governance and reporting and things like that for the government. We're looking to delve into that a little bit more. A cool project that we're doing right now is we're helping with the GSA site, and you know, just scraping that data and helping people apply more efficiently for one of my clients right now. So that's cool that you mentioned the government space. Let's see. So tools as well. I'm just going to keep going just in the interest of time, but we've got tools like ZenHub. I'll pop it up on the screen. So that's a good one. You can see the big companies are using it already. So if you're at one of these big companies and you see it listed here, you don't know about it, but you should, go ahead and bring that up to management and get yourself some access there. So that's going to help the Scrum Masters as well with organization and prioritization. All right, so we'll go ahead and move that out. Oh, I'm all over the place right now, but just one sec to fast forward back. And AHA as well is yet another tool. And just for screenshots, because there are, as you guys probably know, if you Google search, there are 15 to 20 different things that may come up if you search for AHA and you want to get the right one, right? So this should help out with that screenshot. As you can see, you know, some trusted companies are currently using it as well. All right. ML, which I'll refer to it in later, is machine learning. Models can predict. Jose, I think you spoke about this, about your user stories, right? So models and impact. You're using ChatGPT to do it, and there's some specialized tools that kind of hone that in. So you don't necessarily have to write in those prompts. We're doing some of that customization as well. So you can kind of fill in a form and it has the framework based on a particular set of prompts that you want, and it can just spit that data out even more quickly. And that's what some of these tools help with, right? So let's see what we've got next is empowering product owners. All right, so I had the Scrum Masters drop the 2 in the chat. So product owners, do you want a 1 or a 3? Which one you want to drop in the chat?
Probably one.
There we go. One it is. So product owners, can I get a one? Good stuff. Good stuff. Lou, I see you in there. Good stuff, Joe. Jose. All right. All right. So we got some ones in the chat for our product owners. Let me get that out the way. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we've got a few here. So for product owners, it can help with AI-driven product roadmaps, right? Tools like Product Plan. If you haven't heard of it, let's see. I'll see if I can bring that over as well. So here's Product Plan. Product management made simple is their claim. You can see it being used by large companies also. Yes, indeed, a little bit of overview, but feel free to check that out. You guys are going to get those slides. And like I said, this is more of an introduction of some of these tools that are available to you guys. Feel free, once you get the deck to, look at these on your time. And we've also got RoadMonk. And RoadMonk is allowing you to graciously start a free trial. So, if you don't have that corporate card and you can't just swipe away, then you can start the free trial, and play around with it a little bit. Also trusted by big companies, as you can see here. And you can see a little bit of what it looks like, your swim lanes and timelines, prioritization and such, right? Nelu, would something like this be helpful for you? Are you doing any of this manually or, in Excel or trying to
Yep.
to use tools? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So tools are out there. Tools are out there. So predictive analytics, right? Align with the market trends. I know that's a big thing, right? So you want to stay ahead of the curve and continually predict where things are going. And, you can use AI to help get you there a lot faster. It can, as Jose said a little bit earlier, cuts down tons of time. But I will say this as well. Some things that we've seen, the old saying, right? Garbage in, garbage out. It's the same for our bodies. It's the same for our data. You have to have clean data that you're presenting to AI to get great results. No different when you're doing it manually. AI is not just going to magically say, this is all terrible data. Now, there are some predictive AIs that will give it a good crack. Good crack at it, right? But they're not quite there yet from what I'm seeing out in the real world, despite the claims. But I think we're going to be there sooner than most people expect. Will it be taking our jobs? I cannot say that it will. It will force people to retool, right? So you'll have to learn the software. You'll have to learn how to interact with the AI, how to effectively get the data. And you guys are on this call right now, so you're getting the jump. You're learning about these tools. You can bring these tools, to your senior management, or if you are senior management, you can check them out and implement them in your organization, right? And see what the good fit is for you. But with that being said, it's going to force you to utilize these, because if not, your competition is going to use it. And we all know what happens to, in the wise words of Ricky Bobby, if you're not first, you're last, right? So, yeah, let's be first, right? So you heard it here, giving some food for thought, and yeah, I'd love to see you guys take it and run with this information. We've got a few more tools on this slide as well for the product owners. We've got Air Focus. So grab a quick screenshot of that if you like. And you can try that one for free as well. You see it has several integrations, right? Jira, Slack, you name it. Several big companies are using it also. And we've also got Feature Map. So what we're looking at here. Yep, stories again. Love telling those stories. All right, and the list goes on and on, right? So there's several other tools out there, but these are some that I personally know. Everything I've included in here, I personally have seen, experienced, dealt with. or have clients that are using it. So this is why I put these tools in the sheet. So let's see. So outside of those, those things, AI can also consider factors like feedback and demand, and integrate that into solutions, right? A lot faster than we can as a human. And then you can take that data, but if it's clean data, you can take it, run with it, and you're off to the races again. So let's see who's next. Let's see who's next on the list. We've got business analysts. Where are my BAs? Where are my BAs? Let's see. Let's see. All right, guys. 1 and 2 we're taking. So we got to drop a 3 in the chat. Where are my BAs? Let's see those 3s. There we go. Hilda's a BA. Business analyst. There we go. There we go. Good stuff. All right. So we've got one. Hilda, you're rocking solo dolo. It's just you.
I know it. That's all right.
Indeed, indeed. No worries, no worries. So this is dedicated to Hilda, everyone.
Thank you.
All right. Indeed, indeed. So for BAs, right? The data analytics, right? This is the world you live and breathe. So with that, platforms, and I'm sure you're familiar with these, Tableau and Power BI. Who doesn't know Power BI in this world, right?
Right.
Indeed. Are you currently using either one of those two?
We use Tableau. We don't use Power BI, but I'm familiar with it.
Gotcha.
A couple of jobs ago, I believe we used Power BI. It's been a while.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, I'm so we use Tableau before I became a full-time entrepreneur. As I said, I was the program manager for PCI. We used Tableau as one of our reporting tools. I can say that it left a little bit to be desired at the time.
Yeah.
Hilda, you can probably tell me if it's come a long way, with the automated AI, right? For those insights and such, or are they still struggling in that area? I'll say a room for improvement. We'll say that.
Absolutely. There you go. That's safe.
Indeed. But I can say that, if you can, they've probably made a significant investment in Tableau, but Power BI, to me, by far is the gold standard. They do have some great tools, right? For data analytics, data reporting. You can ingest large amounts of data, and their AI it's Microsoft, right? So I'm not going to say second to none, but they've got a large stake in open AI. So that AI is going to be pushed forward quickly, and they're doing some really cool things. I actually know some of the top engineers on that team, so they've got some really, really, really good things in the works. And yeah, I really would implore any of you that on the call that are looking to go the business analyst route to learn Power BI. There are several different courses available that you can take to learn about it. YouTube University is awesome. There are several people out there teaching you the basics, intermediate, and some even advanced for free, right? So you just have to take the time to get out there and learn it. And then just go from there, guys. So let's see. So I've got those. Machine learning also finds patterns and outliers, right? Requirements gathering, it helps with that. NLP, is anyone familiar with NLP? I know that acronym has a few different meanings, but
Natural language processing.
there you go. Yes, indeed. So tools like Monkey Learn, no code text analytics. This is pretty big for BAs. So, you're a BA, but you're not necessarily a coder. This can help you out significantly if you don't have one of the tools, above. Right. So you've got some pre-built machine learning models, and obviously you can train it on your own and make custom models. But CSAT analysis, reviews, NPS, support analysis, surveys, VOC, all that good stuff. So it's right there for the taking, and definitely utilize that. And again, it can also assist in prioritization. So let's see what we have next. We're almost done, guys. Bear with me. QA. I know we have at least one QA person in here because he has my same last name. Let's see. So QAs, let's drop a 4. Awesome. So Jarrell, let's see. This one, are you standing alone? I think so. It's looking like it for now. If so,
Yeah,
everyone else may be shy. Oh,
yeah, I think I made by myself.
gotcha. Good stuff. Well, this, I know we're actually in the same state and family as well, but we haven't even spoken about this. So maybe we can get together after and chat about some things that can help you as well with the AI space. But for automated testing, right? We've got tools. Are you using any automated testing in your current environment, Jarrell?
Yes, currently we're using Ghost Inspector and Cypress.
Awesome. Good stuff. No, and those are top-notch tools, right? So with that being said, I just wanted to put a few more out there, Test AI and Apple tools. If you want to grab a screenshot of these, and I can share them with you afterwards, but this is for anyone that may be we're not brothers, we're first cousins. Indeed. So that's number one. So Test AI. And next we have Applet Tools. That's a pretty good one as well for giving some visualization to management. Let's see, AI enhanced scripts, test scripts, right? Defect detection. We've got some other tools as well. We'll cover these quickly. We've got Mabel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we've also got Functionalize, if you want to grab a quick screenshot of that as well. All right. And, just a few more benefits. AI can also predict and prevent defects. So with that, I'm sure that's going to be helpful, right? And what you do. And I'm sure, Jarrell, you're utilizing those tools, but that's just a few more to add to the tool set to give a try out. All right. And who's next? So we've got developers. And guys, this is the final group that I'm going to cover in today's slides. So developers, let me see a 5 in the chat for any dev guys, the dev team. Daryl's in the chat with the 5. I see you there. All right. So just a heads up, guys, these are the guys that you do not want to make upset. You do not want to make them angry. They hold the power in this world, the dev guys, right? So I say that jokingly, but I've seen some pretty incredible things from dev guys, and I'll leave it at that. So dev guys, with Daryl, so AI can definitely help you with code optimization, which I'm sure you're probably using. Are you using GPT-4 right now with code optimization?
Yes, I'm a subscriber.
Awesome. We can have a little bit of open conversation. I'll put the programs up in just a second. But with that being said, GPT-4 has several plugins. Have you played around with any of those as far as coding goes, or?
Not necessarily for plugins. I've found the plugins don't work that well, but I haven't tried in a little bit.
No worries. No. If you haven't, excuse me, if you're not opposed to developing, and I don't know what stack you're in, but there with the API that was released, if you're using the pre-built, what do they call them? GPTs, they have to live inside of that OpenAI environment. But if you're a programmer, you're a developer, you can actually code your own through the API and make your own so they can live outside in the real world. And that's how we're utilizing a lot of these is creating custom apps and creating custom workflows and products and things like that for clients, right? So without further ado, I will also throw these up here for you, Daryl, and any other dev team members that may be watching, or developers. All right, so we've got Code Climate is one good tool there. All right, and yeah, you can see the big names that are there as well. Right, and we've also got Deep Code, Sync as well. So they're kind of all in one. Purpose-built AI for secure development. Right, so we're looking at security and AI, excuse me, which is a big deal, right? And rightfully so, because data can, let's just say, be manipulated, and it needs to be secure. It needs to help you with productivity, and you need to be able to trust that data that you're getting from the AI. So we all know it can analyze code, and I thought this was a good way to end things. It was funny to me, my IT guy was geeking out on this one. So point of view, the code that I copied straight from ChatGPT runs on the first try. And if you're familiar with Breaking Bad, it's also a nod there. All right, so right, I think that pretty much does it for me. If anyone has not yet filled out the form, you should be receiving that. Give me just one sec. There we go. I'll put it in the chat one more time. And there we go. Just complete that survey for me and look forward to hearing from you. And that's it for me.
All right. So if anyone has a question for Andre, it would be very good for you guys to do it right now, because next time you will have the opportunity is on LinkedIn. What we do is generally we take a picture after the event is over, and then it's an opportunity for you guys to network. It's a great opportunity for you guys to network. So if you don't know many people here, you want to connect with our speakers, absolutely, you would like to do that. All right. Let's take a couple of minutes for questions. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand or go off mute. I'm going to stop the recording.